So, in a surprising story, the WNBPA is not allowing any of the players, any of its licensees, so people that have licensing agreement with the league, to use the Sophie Cunningham point, deeming it to be derogatory. Yeah, that is a crazy one. So as far as I am aware, this story is real. We've got a tweet from Zarat saying there's a blanket policy for them not to use confrontational moments. So that would be obviously means it's very likely to be the case, even if it's not specifically for that. And then also, there is a Yahoo Sports article, as well as an article by the Sporting News, that have both doubled down on this statement about how they delivered denial of Sophie Cunningham pointing meme. And I get it. I do get it. But the reality is that with the way the WNBPA is, I believe that to be a thing. Like, you have seen, not necessarily players, but you've seen people in the WNBA media complain that the Sophie Cunningham point was a race thing. She went up to a ref and said, why is she not getting a tech? And Dawana Bonner got in her face and said, don't point at me. So she just kept pointing at her. Like, it was the most, like, 8-year-old thing ever. It was the most 8-year-old beef. You know when two 8-year-olds, where one person is like, stop doing that, and you just keep and like two children are like, stop doing that, and you try to piss them off, and you just keep doing that. It was the dumbest shit ever. But now apparently there are racial undertones. It's derogatory, allegedly derogatory by the WNBPA. And then you've got people in the WNBA media. Well, I can't say, former NBA scrubs, because yes, using the phrase, that's kind of a crazy thing. It's like calling someone an NBA scrub means at one stage they were in the top 300 or so players in the world. But Ethan Thomas, calling her the Veruca Salt of the WNBA, like saying every single insult possible about Caitlin Clark. And then anyone says anything about another player, it's racist. I'm like, it's just dumb as shit, man. All of this. The fact is that with this one right here, it's almost certainly real. And the fact is that I think this is probably the case, that they don't want to, profit off it or monetize off it, because they want players or licensees to monetize off confrontation in the league. But like, the league itself, they're selective in it. They're selective, and let's not forget do you remember the commercial where it's like, here at the WNBA we have this, and it was like happy-go-lucky, and then it would like go to clips of it would just go to clips of like brawls happening in the league. So they are selective with that, with their licensees. They're selective. I assume that policy is absolutely correct. I have no reason to question what Serrata said. Or Serrata said, sorry. If I mispronounced your name, I do apologize. Genuinely go follow her. One of the very few reasonable and logical people in that side of the media. So please do go follow her. It's very rare to see an actual half-decent human take that's not some just extremist mumbo-jumbo on one side. So please, one of very few good ones, please go follow her. But I assume she's right on this. But for me, I'm like, it says it has a blanket policy not to monetize confrontation coded moments. But they've done it. They have done it before. And it feels like with everything in this league, it's selective. Like, they put in a rule that all teams must have facilities by 2027. And Chicago's facilities, through no fault of their own, I can't believe I'm defending the Chicago Sky, through no fault of their own, has been delayed 3 months. Like, Chicago's facilities got delayed 3 months. And WNBPA wrote a big letter condemning Chicago and was like, for organizations like Chicago Sky, it's going to be ready 8 months before the deadline. It's been delayed 3 months. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what the story is. Like, the PA has made itself look unseriously. Make it look unserious. I do think in general that you kind of knew it was unserious. You knew it was unserious in general when when the players in 2024 draft class, the first real beneficiaries of 4 years of NIL, when they really made the NIL money, when they came into the league, and the PA were pissed that they asked their lawyers to read their PA contracts instead of just signing them blindly. And that's when you realize, okay, maybe the PA is not the most serious thing in the world. But yeah, it is. It's a funny one. It's just a funny one all around with everything. At least, the kids, obviously, when this is all that matters, the kids are at a Sophie Cunningham camp meeting with Sophie Cunningham. You're going to see half of them are going to want to go and do the point. They're going to want to do the point because it is a meme. It is. I mean, you say what you want about the WNBA. The Sophie Cunningham meme is the biggest cultural thing to have probably ever come out of the WNBA. Like, in 10 years' time, people are going to be posting that Sophie Cunningham point meme. They're going to be posting that in 10 years' time. For better or for worse, whatever your opinion on it is going to be the most viral piece of content. And I can't wait for the WNBA awards. And they're like, what is the most viral moment of the year? And they're going to just pick some random Paige Beckers moment. It's like Paige Beckers shows up to a random TV show that has no relevance to basketball and say, oh yeah, this is the most viral moment. And it's like, okay, yeah. And I'm like, the most viral moment, let's be real, of the 2025 season was Marina Mabrey hip check or cheap shot in Caitlin Clark. That was the most viral moment. And this is going to be the most viral moment in WNBA history. It is. It really is. But they're not going to, the league obviously are not going to go and promote that in that way. So, look, it is what it is. I do feel like the WNBPA probably not wanting people to put this everywhere. It's probably what the players in general want, but there probably is a blanket term. They are very selective on the blanket term for no confrontations. But sure, look, I would assume this is right, considering we're seeing multiple articles written about it. It's probably not this big a deal. It's probably not singling out Sophie Cunningham, but from the PA's perspective, they probably just don't want they probably don't want this to be on anything that are licensees with them, I guess. Anyway, see you guys.